I channeled Jackie and I channeled John F. Kennedy to see what they had to say about this. I also channeled everything about the Kennedy curse because everybody has their speculations on the Kennedy family, the Kennedy curse, and if you guys don't know, Jackie and John F. Kennedy had a few children. None of them survived, except for John F. Kennedy Jr. I think his name was John F. Kennedy Jr. I'm not even exactly sure, but he survived. He was born 2 weeks after John F. Kennedy became president. The rest of the babies were either stillborn or she had miscarriages. At the end of the day, I don't even know his damn name, but Robert Kennedy, John Kennedy, they both passed away, and Jackie was the only one left, but she wasn't associated by blood. John Jr. died in a tragic plane accident. Fun fact, I don't really remember much about this assassination, but I hated history class when I was in high school, and I got an A in this because I like morbid stuff, and I was just fascinated by it. Another fun fact, sometimes I don't know things about the people that I'm channeling, and I'll look up stuff when I'm done doing the channeling, and then I find things and they come out to be true, and that shit really freaks me out, but it's like a thrill that I get out of it. So then the whole night I sit with anxiety. Anyway, let's get into this. So now I'm just shuffling my cards. I use 3 different decks. This is going to be, they're saying, along different timelines because basically I channeled the assassination, I channeled the Kennedy curse, and the death of John F. Kennedy. I almost just said Robert Kennedy, so I definitely am picking up on a family curse heavy. Like, I don't find that to be a conspiracy. I very much think that it's true, but that's just my personal opinion. Another fun fact, I find it very occultish and dark and disgusting that they reused the car that John F. Kennedy was murdered in. It's in a museum. I forget where the museum is. I think it's in Virginia. But first card out, wait for shit to settle down. When I picked up this card, I was picking up and hearing missile crisis, Cold War. I don't know if that's true, if there was a war going on, if it was a Cold War. I'm not sure. So at this point in life, Jackie and John pretty much had everything. They were trying to get their love life back together, trying to fall back in love, basically, because if you guys don't know, John cheated on Jackie a lot. There was a lot of deception in the relationship, but she always forgave him. He was the man that she would do anything for. She wanted to spend the rest of her life with him, regardless of what transpired between the two. Now I'm hearing Secret Service. I'm picking up a love interest in the background that may have been interested in Jackie. Beknownst to John. I don't even know what the hell beknownst means. They're saying unaware. This member could have been well known to be around Jackie at the time when John wasn't around because they couldn't really spend time together. I'm just picking up like a real eerie feeling. I'm hearing Creep Squad. I don't know what the hell all of that is about, but basically at this point in time, Jackie was forgiving John. I think Jackie, more so than John, was determined to make the marriage work. Plus, they were in the public eye. They were the epitome of what a marriage should be to the American people. A marriage in which Jackie felt very alone. I'm picking up an energy of being closed off. Maybe she would hide her emotions. I know that Jackie was like a really strong-willed person and was taught not to show her emotions, basically, and I definitely know how that is, and I know how it is when you have to repress your emotions because that's just how you know how to get through life. Ask yourself how many fucks you give. I'm feeling like a feeling of numbness, like a heartbroken, numb. Like, I'm seeing Jackie give herself pep talks like she has to man up, even though she's not a man. Never let this man make you look like a disgrace. I'm picking up revenge. I'm picking up infidelity. I'm not going to say that Jackie was unfaithful, but I definitely know John was, and maybe she could have been too. I'm hearing out of spite, out of comfort. Right now, I'm feeling kind of high, like I don't know if someone's taking Xanax or a barbiturate. I'm feeling anxiety and I'm hearing calm my nerves. Emotional abuse, trauma. This is how you feel when you go through emotional trauma. But Jackie's saying she was gonna fight all of this off. She was gonna fight for her marriage, more so out of pride. If she wasn't happy, she damn sure was gonna make it look like she was. I didn't want to be like the family that I grew up in. I didn't want that for my son. I was resenting my marriage. Just look at us. Look at what we have become. I hated being in the public eye sometimes. There were so many people and they were so nosy. Do you know what it's like not to have any privacy? There's always someone listening in. And there was competition and I'm picking up Marilyn Monroe. If you guys don't know about that, go watch my video about her. On top of all the cheating that John was doing, I always felt like I wasn't good enough. I felt heartbroken. He stabbed me in the heart time and time again. Sometimes I felt like it was because I couldn't give him those children. I wanted so badly to be a mother. Maybe it's because they're mean and stupid. Once again, I'm picking up on Marilyn Monroe, and like she tried to belittle Jackie or make her feel some type of way. Jackie was going to forgive herself for being stupid, but she was not going to let her marriage go, regardless of what John was doing. They say one day a man gets tired, one day he'll stop cheating, one day he'll settle down. It was a never-ending cycle. It was a clock. I just watched it go round and round and round. Who is it this time, John? We would fight all the time about his infidelity. I would think to myself, how could I love a man so much? He doesn't even love me. But still, I was very tired and I was determined to make this work. I felt mentally defeated. I didn't know how. I couldn't wrap my mind around this. Jackie Bouvier, the president's wife, you say. The president's wife, but do you know what my life is really like? I'm just being cheated on every day and every night. I would lay in my bed and wonder who John was next to tonight. Jack was immature. He never wanted to grow up. I called him Jack for short because everyone else called him John. You're one of the most influential men in the world, and you can't even be a man. He would be so mad when I would tell him that. He knew it was true. He always tried to play it off. It was a joke to him. But we would agree to move past our differences. For some reason, I really believe this, but he said this every time. I was really possessive of my marriage. It was mine and I wasn't going to let it go. Yep, karma was weighing in, but I wasn't going to let it show. See, because when you reap the karma of a man, you never grow. And little did I know, this would all end in a shit show. My whole world would lay in front of me, on my lap. I would be covered in blood. Now I'm hearing artery severed. Fun fact of what I do know, he got shot in the head and his brain blew everywhere and she tried to hold it in. Skeleton. Well, this was it. John was gone. John was dead. They rushed him to the hospital. My ring. I couldn't let go of it. Him. John. My marriage. The love. Everything just flashed before my eyes. My life was over. They took him from me. Before, I thought I felt so lonely, but now I will never see this man again. The last few minutes, the last few seconds of his life, why did it have to end? I was numb, and at the same time, I was angry and I was disgusted. They did this, the people that I trusted. I'm hearing skill, so I think Harvey Lee Oswald, if I'm not mistaken, shot John F. Kennedy, and it was a sniper. And obviously, to snipe someone, you have to be fucking skilled at the distance and angle that it was done from. My marriage was over. Me and John were done for good this time, and I had no control over it. My life, I think it's time to let go of it. See, I couldn't see myself without John. You shot my husband. Look at what you've done. My dress is covered in blood. You took my entire life from me and it shows. So if you guys don't know, Jackie's dress is in that museum I think I was talking about earlier. I don't know where it is. I'll try to link something in the description. But basically, she wanted the world to see what they did to John. And her words were, no, I don't want to take my dress off because I want them to see what they did to Jack. At this time, Jackie was overwhelmed. She was repressing her emotions from the public. She was making it look like she was being strong, but on the inside, she was losing her shit. I'm hearing my life. They took it. I couldn't let go of it. In life, at this time, like when she was with John, she had financial security. She had the Secret Service. She did not know where she was going to go in life at this point. She couldn't see herself living without him. It didn't come together in her mind. Like she couldn't grasp it. She couldn't move past it. The veil. So this card for me represents cover-ups. After all, there is a lot of conspiracy surrounding the death of John F. Kennedy. She's saying, I was as smart as a whip. I knew more than what they were saying. I knew something wasn't right. There were bells and whistles going off in my head. I had a gut feeling. I'm picking up on that Secret Service member again. Like Jackie has some type of remorse for him. At this point, I'm not sure. I don't think she wanted anything to do with him anymore. I'm hearing no more secret meetings behind closed doors. I'm in grief. I'm in mourning. I'm definitely seeing Jackie wanting companionship. She didn't want to raise her son alone. She didn't want to be a single mother. I'm hearing Secret Service, widow, presidential widow. I'm hearing withering away. Where will I go? Where will I stay? I did not want to stay in the White House. I did not want to be around anything that reminded me of John. My life was like a crumbled piece of paper. I just wanted to ball it up and throw it in the trash. I just wanted to forget about it all. Come on, Jackie, get it together. Get it together. You gotta stand tall. They, the public, I couldn't let them see me fall. Okay, I'm picking up on the bloody pink dress again, and she's standing next to that guy that has to be sworn in. I think he's being sworn in to be president. She's saying I was in complete shock. I'm hearing hard as stone like a rock. They would forget him not. This was the day that John F. Kennedy got shot. Misdirected activity. Cursed. Take my life. How much is it worth? I'm hearing give birth, so those babies that they had were probably sacrificed. I'm hearing phenomenon. Heartbroken. So the babies that were lost maybe made Jackie very depressed. I'm picking up also, what do you call that? When you have a baby and you're like not post-traumatic stress disorder. I'm feeling a heavy amount of grief, like she felt defeated. She felt cursed, and now you have ghost. Everything in my life that I loved died. I'm hearing prematurely. There was a baby born prematurely, a son. Then we got all talk, no action. She was tired of shit. So maybe when she was pregnant, maybe she felt like the babies died because she was stressed out because of all of his cheating. She's saying I felt like it was all my fault. She wanted a baby and she wanted to be a mother so badly they were going to keep trying. Now I feel anxiety, I feel sick. If you guys don't know, I don't know the dates and the birth times and all of that of the babies and when they were born, but I know that about the miscarriages, and obviously this sent her into a spiraling mind, she's saying. I'm picking up frustration, restlessness. She's saying devoted mother. I'm picturing her holding a baby. But it's weird because it's not like, she's holding a baby, but it's like in death though. Like the Mother Mary holding baby Jesus. I'm hearing curse again and crucified. And we all know that Jesus was crucified. I'm picking up demonic energy. I'm picking up lineage. So this was something that was done down the family line. Generations before. Picking up a sense of peace, and then I'm picking up terror. They're saying the calm before the storm. I'm hearing sworn to secrecy. Ugh, like whatever this is, like I don't want to tap into it, but like I don't have a choice because I did all of the cards. Whatever the hell this is, it's definitely like gut wrenching. It's disgusting. I'm feeling a burning in my chest. So I like want to look this up when I'm done, but at the same time, I'm kind of like terrified. I'm hearing hellhounds. Okay, this is like not kosher at all. Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? So, yeah, this is definitely Satan, devil energy, hell. This has something to do with something really fucking dark. Next, you got the hammer. I'm hearing hit list. Carrying a burden, carrying the load, whatever the fuck this was, she took it to her grave. And I'm not gonna fucking talk about it. Like, I'm gonna try to avoid it at all costs because it's just something that, ew, I just can't. I'm hearing it costs to be the boss. Red, and that's enough said. You must pay. Pay in bloodshed. What the fuck are you gonna say now, John F. Kennedy? Because now you're dead. Then you got the hangman. So whatever the fuck this secret was, there was no way out of this. Like, to be murdered was basically the only way. I'm hearing life of secrecy. Sometimes that's just how it goes. Sometimes you have to be taken out. Sometimes it has to be a shit show. Take the trash out. So what I'm gonna say is whoever was behind this had no regard for human life. I'm hearing sacrifice. Worth more after death. I'm hearing presidential estate. You didn't want to grow up, John, and now it's too late. So whatever, John F. Kennedy was scandalous and a bunch of other shit, and basically the CIA, the FBI, I'm hearing Central Intelligence. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what I'm talking about. Allegedly, he was a risk. That's what they're saying. I'm hearing you don't mix pleasure with business. John F. Kennedy was a disgrace to America, to what we were seen as. We couldn't let this man, I can't think of the word. There's a word that I'm looking for that they're trying to say. It's not coming in clearly. But basically, to put it short, they didn't want him to be the face of America. They didn't want him to be president anymore. I'm hearing democracy, embarrassment, hypocrisy. Bruh, like I don't even know none of these damn words that I'm saying. Then you got engagement. Fun fact, when John F. Kennedy was on the hospital table, or when they were trying to operate him on whatever, I don't know what the fuck they were doing, Jackie took off her ring and she put it on him. She's saying I did that because I felt like I died with him. There wasn't enough time to save him. He was already gone. She basically had to adapt really quickly and process this all through her mind. I feel anxious, I feel sick, like she kept telling herself, Jackie, you'll be fine, like the whole entire time, back to wherever she was flying to, back in that bloody dress. I'm seeing her walk off. I guess it's like a private jet. She's walking down the steps and her dress is bloody and there's cameras and people everywhere, and I don't know if there's news coverage or what. I just see a bunch of people and flashing cameras. Do you know what it was like to walk off that plane and just have my husband's blood all over my dress? Just look at me. Look at my life. It's a complete mess. I'm hearing broadcast, radio tuning, people tuning in. Look at me, I'm on live television. I was going to show them. My husband was the victim. He was victimized. I have the proof. I want the entire world to see what you did to me. You took my family. The successful murder, the assassination of John F. Kennedy, now on live television for the whole world to see. Now the dead man's talking. I'm seeing struggling relationships, business, friendships, marriage. I'm seeing misaligned family values. I'm hearing Congress. I'm seeing a man on the phone in like a blue suit with a tie or something, like he's on the phone making arrangements. Then you got not enough. I'm hearing shit is about to get ugly. Plot twist. don't worry, nothing will come of this. Okay, so now I'm seeing John F. Kennedy, like the day of his murder, like when he was getting ready to leave. I don't know where they were at getting into the car or what, but he was thinking about his presidency. Something was on his mind. They're not showing me what it was, but he just had to play it cool is all I know. I'm hearing this is all going to turn out to be a complete shit show. I'm hearing abuse, position of power, and now both of my ears are burning, like at the top of my earlobes. And I feel like I got punched in the stomach. And my heart hurts. So they're like, you know, when you get shot, they're saying that it burns. I don't know if that's what it feels like to get shot, and I don't want to fucking know. Now I'm seeing the car rushing. They're rushing him to the hospital. Like, legit, my ears are on fire, especially my left one. I'm seeing a bunch of chaos. Like, nobody really knew what was going on except for the Secret Service, I think. Now the whole top of my head is burning and my ears. I'm seeing blood like pour. Ew, like this is so nasty. Like blood's pouring into his ears, and Jackie's like trying. I don't know what the hell she's doing, but she has like white gloves on or something, and she's like trying to hold his head together. Ew, oh my god. I honestly don't know why the fuck I do this to myself. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Really, I hope you do. I really feel like I have a headache now. I don't know, for some reason, maybe in the back of Jackie's mind, she thought that they'd be able to bring him back to life, but he was definitely gone. I'm hearing we're losing him. Like, what the hell do you mean we're losing him? He's gone. And needless to say, Jackie was devastated by this. Like, complete devastation, and she couldn't show it. She lost all her babies except for John F. Kennedy Jr. She was thinking about him, what she was going to tell her son.